Hi there, my name's Rebecca Lewis-Smith and I'm the co-founder and director of Fountain. We're a digital marketing agency helping businesses around the world grow their businesses through online lead generation and online sales. I'm also the co-host of a podcast called Culture Awesome, where I speak with a fellow business owner about the things that we've done to invest in the organisational culture in our businesses. And today I'm sharing a few ideas about where to start if you're wanting to focus on your organisational culture and how to get the best out of your people within a really brilliant working environment. The first thing that I think is important to do is to assess where you are at the moment. One of the things that I always say about culture is that whether you work on your culture or not, every group of people has a culture. They have ways that are okay to behave, ways that aren't. They have norms and traditions and all of those things, whether that's a group of friends playing football together or it's a business and people working together. And the first step that you can take is to assess what is it in your organisational culture that is working really well at the moment. What are the ways that people are supporting each other or driving innovation amongst each other that are really bringing out the best? And equally, what are the areas that actually you'd like to change? There are quite a few tools out there. At Fountain, we use the Gallup Q12 questionnaire of 12 questions that we ask our team on a regular basis to assess how we're doing. That one focuses on employee engagement, and that's been a really great tool for us. So the second bit of advice that I have is to make a very clear decision about what you're going to invest in your culture. And I don't necessarily mean cash. I don't necessarily mean spending huge amounts of money on getting a consultant in to help you to review these things. It's more about how you're going to dedicate time. And there's so much information out there about how there is a clear return on investment from focusing on culture. It's about getting the very best out of your people, making sure that they are as productive and working as brilliantly as you need them to as much of the time as possible. So I think making that decision as a business leader, what am I going to invest into this? At Fountain, we decided to invest a lot. We sort of took my whole role and made that focused on our organisational culture. And a lot of the decisions that we make, we run by that, wait a second, what will this do to the culture? Okay, here's a growth opportunity, right? How is this going to hit the culture? And just asking those questions helps us to make sure that we're managing it in a really proactive way. The final thing that I wanted to share is that, so we often talk about that our values as organisations are sort of the building blocks for our culture. And I think a lot of companies have values. If you don't in yours, I think it's really worth taking some time to write down what your organisational values are. But the step beyond that is to translate those values into behaviours. They're no good if they're just words up on a wall. You need to sort of take that moment to say, okay, what do we mean by that? So often when I run workshops on this, it's saying, okay, if our value is X, what behaviour does that drive? So the sentence that we fill out is, our value is X, and by that we mean that we, Y. And then once you've got that list of behaviours, you can incorporate that into your team appraisals, into how you assess how things are, decisions are being made, as how you sort of talk about something that's happened in the past. You can include those behaviours in how you assess and talk about those. I hope that that's been helpful. Thank you.